Alright guys, welcome back to What If Cell went too far back. Now, we're gonna skip Goku Black because Future Trunks is already dead, and even if he did take Cell's body, Captain Ginyu would just take it and they would change it back, so it's no big deal. So that being said, let's get on to the Tournament of Power. Beerus and Whis would be relaxing when suddenly Whis got a phone call. It was from Zeno himself, and Zeno said, "I want a big fun tournament with everyone in it." This shocked them. After that, Zeno quickly left, hanging up. Like a child, he only asks for what he wants and leaves. Beerus and Whis then begin to get nervous. Zeno is known for wiping out universes. You don't think he'll wipe everything out if we lose, will he? No, he couldn't. Anyway, it seemed that they were going to have to get a team ready. Beerus and Whis quickly flew to Cell's capital planet. As Cell was training, Beerus would walk up to him. Cell would then agree. As Beerus told him everything, Cell would then begin to gather his team. He gathered Captain Ginyu in Broly's body, Goku, Vegeta, Nappa, and the Ginyu Force all came under Cell's team. Cell was ready, and Broly and the Ginyu Force began to train the Time Chamber for quite a while until the tournament began, as all they could do was sit there and wait. Majin Buu also joined the team, and Majin Buu was quite excited. Buu was ready to fight some new people, and Cell was excited to see Buu in action. After all, Buu has many different abilities. Eventually, the time would pass, and the Tournament of Power was about to start. As they all arrived, they would look around and see all the other fighters. But one caught Cell's eye above everyone else, Jiren. Jiren looked serious. He was meditating, and he had this different aura around him, different from everyone else. Jiren was totally a different type of fighter. And as the ring was being set up, eventually the match began to start. As it started, Universe 9 decided to take a gamble. They heard about Universe 7, so they went all after Cell and Goku. Goku and Cell were back to back fighting Universe 9. The trio of danger charged at them. They tried to poison them, blind them, but no matter what they did, it wouldn't work. Cell and Goku had great teamwork, and they fought side by side for a long time. With their teamwork, they were able to slowly knock one by one off the edge. Eventually, they completely knocked out the Ninth Universe. As the Supreme Kai yelled, "How is this possible? 2 people destroyed my entire universe!" As then Zeno began to erase him, he felt his body slowly disappear as he screamed in agony and pain. As that was going on, we cut to Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu would be chilling with the Ginyu Force as suddenly the Pride Troopers would surround them. The Ginyu Force would charge at the Pride Troopers, using their own poses and own techniques against them. As Toppo looked at Captain Ginyu then did a pose. "You think you could beat me, Toppo?" Toppo would say, "I don't think, I know." As they started the class, Toppo would be winning at first, but Captain Ginyu knew how to tap into Broly's anger. When he was in the Time Chamber, he trained in that body for quite a while. He knows how it works. Not like when he took Goku's body in another timeline. Captain Ginyu was able to push back. Toppo would say, "Your poses are great, and the way you act is phenomenal. However, I can tell you're not fighting for justice. Why is that?" "Justice?" Captain Ginyu would say, laughing. "The poses are amazing, and I fight for my crew. But I don't really care much about justice. I care about having a good time. And really, isn't that what life's all about?" So you fight just for yourself, just to have a good time. That is selfishness." "Maybe, but I'm a selfish guy. I'm happy about it," Captain Ginyu says as he continued to battle him. Meanwhile, Nappa and Vegeta would start to fight Kale and Caulifla. As the battle began, Nappa and Vegeta were easily winning, pushing them further and further back. And Caulifla did tap into a rage mode, but it was nothing that they couldn't handle. Champa was getting more and more worried. Eventually would yell, put on the earrings," as they both stood up and began to put on the earrings. As they fused, they become Kefla. As Kefla formed, Nappa and Vegeta both walked back. She looked so powerful. What could they do? Kefla then began to beat them both up. As Beerus would begin to take off Supreme Kai's earrings, but Vegeta didn't want to do that. Vegeta didn't want to rely on anyone else's strength. Kefla then began to talk down to him. Began to talk about how great she was. This pissed Vegeta off. He was the Prince of all Saiyans. "Enough," Vegeta would say. "I am the Prince of all Saiyans, and you dare talk to me like that? You two are just arrogant little brats, talking to royalty. I'm not gonna fuse with Nappa. I can take care of you by myself." He began to yell in anger, yell in strength, yell in pain, yell with everything he had, as suddenly he turned Blue Evolution. "I have something you don't, something that pushes me, something that makes me stronger, my pride. Even when Cell killed Frieza, even when I served under someone else, I still had my pride, and my pride pushed me further. No matter what happens, no matter what they say, no matter who wins this tournament, I am Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, and nothing will change that, and nothing will change the things that I've done." As he began to yell, he charged a massive Big Bang attack, as Kefla charged a Ki Blast, and they both began to hit each other. As Nappa joined Vegeta in the beam struggle, "You may not want me, Vegeta, but I've always been here for you, even when you were a kid. And I will always be here for you, to the very end." As they kept pushing further and further and further with all of their ki, with all of their power, with all of their might against Kefla, eventually it broke off the edge and knocked Kefla out, as they both won, but they are extremely tired. Frost would take advantage of this, walking with Kaba. Frost managed to convince Kaba quite easily to follow him, since Frost, was never seen as a bad guy in this timeline because he was never exposed. As Frost kept on moving, though, suddenly, Cell would jump in. Well, you think you can pick my teammates off like that?" he said, smirking, as he went into a fighting stance. I also look at him and say, "Sorry, friend, I know that's not really honorable, but I must take them out quickly so we can win the tournament. If we don't, our entire universe will be destroyed." But then Cell just punched him as he was talking. "Shut up and fight me." Frost then went into his buff form. As Kaba turned Super Saiyan, they both charged at Cell. Cell began to beat them both up, though, and as they were beating them both up, they were getting pushed further and further and further to the edge. Kaba got angrier and angrier and angrier. He hated Cell. Cell broke his arm. Cell humiliated him. As Kaba began to scream, he turned Super Saiyan 2. As with this new transformation, he charges straight at Cell, punching him with all of his might, but it does nothing, as Cell just laughs and kicks him off the edge. And then he blasts away Frost. As this happened, Hit would walk up to Cell. Universe 6 has been falling quickly. He was going to have to do something. Meanwhile, Jiren watched Universe 7 battle Universe 11. As the Ginyu Force were knocking off the Pride Troopers, Jiren would show up and kick off Berta. Ildo would freeze time and be able to save Jace as they ran away. Jiren would say, "Pathetic. I can't believe you lost so many people to them, and you couldn't even wipe out that Captain Ginyu." Toppo would look down, disappointed in himself. As the match continued, Hit versus Cell, the rematch, finally was about to begin. As Cell began to fight Hit, Hit would lock him into a time prison, just like he locked up Jiren. It seemed like it was over, but Cell would push deep into his power, and he would awaken a great power, a power that he's been holding deep inside of himself, a power that he's been trying to awaken for a long time. Cell Max. As he reached maximum power, he then got out of the time prison and hit off the edge. As that was going on, the universe of love was fighting Majin Buu. Majin Buu would use his techniques to get away from them, cutting himself in half and splitting apart, using his techniques to fight against the love universe. But as all this was going on, Jiren would see this, and he would be interested in one person, Cell. As Jiren charged at Cell, Cell would dodge and kick him. As Cell and Jiren then began the battle, the entire universe is laid on the fate. If Jiren won, Universe 11 would win. If Cell won, Universe 7 would win. Both gave it their all, but eventually Cell would knock Jiren off the edge, winning the battle. After that, Universe 11 was quickly wiped out. There was battle after battle, but overall, Universe 7 won. And Cell was the VP, and after he won, he wished for all the universes to come back, so he could fight him again one day. However, this was a test. Cell didn't wish them back because he liked them or because of noble purposes. He just wanted people to fight. However, because of this wish, he saved everyone. Unknowingly, of course. And that's going to leave things off. Sorry it's a bit short. I mean, once Cell beat Jiren, Universe 7 is going to win anyway, so there's no really going over every single fight. I mean, I could have, but the Tournament of Power is always, like, the hardest thing for me to do. I'm not going to lie. I always kind of dread doing it. Even though it's one of my favorite arcs, it's just so hard with all these different people and power-ups. And it started out very different, but this series is going super similar to how Super is normally, so hopefully in the last couple episodes, we'll change it up a bit, make it more unique. Anyway, I'll end it off here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. Love you all. And yeah, I will continue the Moro arc and like the Granola arc. I might mix them into one to make it more interesting, because I've never done that before. Or not, I don't know.